Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another Cutter Top 10 video, and we're doing the top 10 NASCAR upsets in history. The upset is always big in motorsports and all that. I talked about the F1 upsets. I think I did, or just plain generally. Yeah, I think I said F1 upsets. Yeah, that's right. And now we're going to be doing NASCAR upsets and all that, including some from the greatest race of them all, the Daytona 500. So, anyway. Let's start with number 10, and it's Derek Cope winning the 1990 Daytona 500. In several of my videos, I actually end up talking about Dale Earnhardt and his loss at the 1990 Daytona 500, blowing a tire and losing. But always forgot who the guy was who did that. But thanks to my research, it was Derek Cope. He was very much a virtual unknown. At the Daytona 500, Dale Earnhardt had a chance to win, but he blew a tire on the final lap, giving Cope the title in his number 9 checkered car. And it was like amazing that some guy can win the 1990 Daytona 500 out of nowhere. Number 9 is Justin Haley winning at Daytona in 2019. I don't think it was, I don't know if it was at Daytona or the 500 or not. Or was it the Pepsi 400? But nevertheless, in his third series start on the main circuit, Justin Haley was in the lead, and then there was a lightning storm. And the race was called Official, giving Haley Inspired Motorsports a victory. I just want to make sure that it is all that. Yeah, Justin Haley won. He won he won the Daytona Coke Zero 400 as it's now known. Because of lightning and frontal rain. Because I'm like, I don't think they talked about him being a Daytona 500 winner. But no, he won at the Coke Zero 400 and did it. Number 8 is Brad Kozlowski when he was decent in 2009. He was the first. He had the first Cup win at Talladega. So he would be driving part time for Phoenix Racing, and Kozlowski, the rookie, actually pulled it off because Talladega is not really a major major circuit to fight with. It's one of the most famous ones in NASCAR, and everyone liked the races at Talladega. He would have a last lap duel with Carl Everts, who would crash at the finish and lose it. And Kozlowski was the champion of the race, so he did it. Kozlowski would go on to win, I think, one NASCAR championship. But anyway, this was perfect. Number 7 is Chris Buechler winning at Pocono. It's weird how Pocono, a great triangular circuit, would do IndyCar races, but NASCAR didn't seem that much. Well, I think NASCAR did. Oh no, NASCAR raced a lot of Pocono. It was IndyCar that didn't. Nevertheless, in 2016, it was a rain-shortened race, and it delivered Front Row Motorsports a surprise win. And Buechler was put into a position to win the 2016 NASCAR Plus, which he didn't do. Number 6 was Regan Smith winning at Darlington in 2011. And I don't remember Darlington actually is still a NASCAR cars, but it was big down in South Carolina. And, you know, the racing team, the Furniture Road racing team was underfunded, and Regan Smith pulled it off. Well, oh no, it was this, at the Severn 500, legendary race in September on Labor Day weekend. It was known for its difficulty, elite winners, but Regan Smith put his name on the roster in 2011, winning the Severn 500, beating Carl Edwards and making sure he didn't do the backflip off the car. So Regan Smith won that race. Number 5 is Michael McDowell winning the 2021 Daytona 500. He was racing in the main series and had over 350 races. 350 races, that's pretty impressive. As Michael McDowell would take advantage of a last lap crash and end up winning for Front Row Motorsports. We talked about them with Bushler. Now we have Michael McDowell proving his medal. There was a last lap crash, and then he snuck in and took the Daytona 500, the granddaddy of them all, for the racing circuit. Of course, this was the first Daytona 500 after COVID. Number 4 is Ward Burton winning the 2002 Daytona 500. It was a massive surprise and all that. He only won 3 races prior to that. It was not considered a favorite. But he had a steady driving circuit and would survive through chaotic crashes. Ward Burton was a legend. If I gotta think, was he the guy that there was a Daytona 500 in which the leader actually ended up losing the race because they were wrecking on their car? I don't know if it was the 2002 Daytona 500 that did so, or did he? Or was he the one who got disqualified and all that? Yeah, he won the 2002 Daytona 500. But yeah, there was a thing. Oh no, it was no. He got advantage. Ward Burton did win the 2002 Daytona 500, but he took advantage of the fact that Sterling Marlin, who was winning at the time, actually climbed out of his car and tried to fix a fender during a red flag, which is a no-no. You can't work on your car during a red flag. Marlin would be sent to the back of the pack, and Burton inherited the lead and maintained it. So yeah, Sterling Marlin's brutal mistake helped Ward Burton win his 4th race. At number 3 is David Reagan, winning 2013 Talladega. Front Row Motorsports, a team with few resources, for the 3rd time gets on this list. But David Reagan did it at Talladega. It was the first Cup Series win for Front Row Motorsports, and then they would have 2 more with Michael McDowell and Bushler. So it was just amazing what could happen. He won at Talladega, which is not an easy course. Again, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2 is Michael Waltrip winning the Daytona 500 2001. I know that race is overshadowed because of the whole Dale Earnhardt death thing. But the fact of the matter was that people forget that Michael Waltrip, yeah, he won the Daytona 500. But Waltrip also never won a race. He raced 462 times on the main circuit and did not have a win, not even one. It was like unbelievable. He was driving for Dale Earnhardt's company. I mean, a team driving. Waltrip would fight off Dale Earnhardt Jr. to win the race. And of course, Dale Earnhardt crashed on the final lap and subsequently lost his life. But what makes this even more amazing was that Darrell Waltrip, Michael's father, who was a legend in his own right in the 80s, was up in the broadcast booth and was cheering Michael on. And it was just amazing to see the emotion on Darrell Waltrip's face and voice. But of course, that would be overshadowed by Dale Sr.'s death. And number 1 is Cinderella Man Trevor Bayne winning the 2011 Daytona 500. He was only 20 years old. This was only his 2nd race on the main circuit. I mean, a 20-year-old usually doesn't get to the main NASCAR circuit. Usually they're like in the minor leagues. But for Wood Brothers Racing, who had not won in many years, they had Trevor Bayne race for them. And he stunned the world by winning the Daytona 500. Wood Brothers were in deep trouble with winning. They couldn't win to save their life. And then Trevor Bayne came in at just 20 years old and a day. I think it was the day after his birthday. But anyway, Trevor Bayne proved it and proved the Bayne to everyone's success. And that is a pun. But yeah, Trevor Bayne, Cinderella Man, did it. And people were like, how the hell did you win this race? Like, I don't even know how he won this race. But yeah, Trevor Bayne shocked the world. And that's all there is to it. NASCAR has brought a lot of upsets, and Trevor Bayne just proved it. I mean, dude was like unknown. I know Derek Cope should be up there too for what he did Daytona 500, but Trevor Bayne was only 20 years old, and you don't see 20-year-old NASCAR drivers. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm gonna do.